Welcome to our assembly. We will be showing you all about food waste.
Welcome to Newsday. Today we are going to be looking at food waste. Zero Waste Scotland's research that has revealed that 86% of Scots are unaware that food waste can be even bigger contributor to climate change than plastic waste. Sending just a single kilogram of food to landfill produces the same carbon emissions as landfilling 25,000 plastic bottles. We will investigate how much food is wasted in the UK each day and the impact this has on our environment. We will also think about ways that we can prevent food waste so that we can save our planet, save money, save lives. Now it's your turn. Over to our quizmaster with some questions for you on the food waste chase.
Welcome to the food waste chase. So, how much food is wasted in the UK each day? What do you think? Our first question for you is, number 1, what percentage of bagged lettuce and leafy salads are thrown away by British families each year? A, 20%, B, 30%, C, 90%, D, 40%. Our experts say
40%, making this one of the most wasted household foods.
How many slices of bread are wasted every year in the UK? A, 9 billion, B, 2 billion, C, 5 billion, D, 20 billion.
9 billions!
Question 3. How many bananas are thrown away each year in UK? A, 240 million, B, 5 million, C, 160 million, or D, 9 million. Our experts say
Shoppers throw away 160 million bananas each year.
As you can see, food waste is a major issue. In fact, globally around a third of this food is wasted. If no food went to landfill sites in the UK, the equivalent of at least 20 million tonnes of carbon dioxide would be saved from entering our atmosphere. That is like taking one of every four cars off our roads. For this reason, environment experts advise you that we need to take action now, just as we are already doing for the plastic waste. They state that the easiest way you can fight climate change is by reducing the amount of food you waste. It is as simple as that. Over to our environment correspondent who will look at the impact of food waste on our planet.
If food waste was buried amongst other rubbish in the landfill site, the dump, bacteria feed on the food, helping it to rot. These bacteria produce a gas called methane. Methane is a greenhouse gas similar to carbon dioxide, but it is at least 25 times more damaging than carbon dioxide. More methane gas in the blanket of gases around our world traps more heat and stops it escaping to space, leading to global warming and climate change. Over to Thomas Schaffenacker with the weather.
As a result of global warming, today in the south we will have a severe heat wave with temperatures of 40 to 50 degrees expected. This will increase the threat of wildfires. Over in the west, there will be heavy rainfall with flooding expected. There is a risk of crop damage and all public transport has been cancelled. In the north, storms and heavy winds will cause structural damage and drivers are asked not to travel due to the risk of falling trees. Now back to our environment correspondent.
An additional problem is that when we throw away edible food, we also waste all of the natural resources, energy and labour involved in producing, storing, transporting and cooking that food in the first place.
Do you know how far food travels? How many miles do you think the following foods travel to reach us? Question 1. A melon from Brazil. Answer. 9,186 kilometers. Question 2. Oranges from Morocco. Answer. 2,011 kilometers. Question 3. A New Zealand lamb. Answer. 18,331 kilometers. Question 4. The ingredients of a supermarket pizza. Answer. 39,586 kilometers. That is the same distance as travelling around the world.
Did you know that if you add together the distance travelled of all the ingredients of a supermarket pizza, it amounts to 39,586 kilometers? That is the same distance as travelling around all around the world. For this reason, it is important to eat all the pizza, not waste it.
Today we are speaking to Giovanni Pomodori, an Italian tomato farmer, about food waste. So Giovanni, how do you feel about the amount of food we waste each day?
I find it incredible that precious pizza is being wasted. It makes me really sad because I work long hours to grow tomatoes and tend the crops. I use 300 liters of water for every 10 tomatoes I grow. Wasted pizza means all water. Time and energy is wasted too. I am really sad.
Now we will interview Daisy the cow. So Mrs. Cow, what's your thoughts on the amount of food we waste every day?
Moo, I am saddened that all my lovely milk is going down the drain. I spent hours eating delicious fresh grass, then chewing the cud and turning it into delicious milk. I have to stand for hours being milked in the milking parlour, which is really boring. Moo-hoo. My delicious milk is then collected by huge tankers and taken into the factory to be turned into cheese, cream, butter and yoghurt. I think it is utterly ridiculous that my lovely cheese, made from my milk with lots of hard work, is added to the pizza, then thrown in the bin if the pizza is not eaten.
Finally, we will speak to a Scottish farmer, Jim MacDonald, about how he grows his wheat. So, Mr. MacDonald, I hear you have a farm called E-I-E-I-O. I also heard you grow a lot of wheat on your farm.
Yes, I begin ploughing the field in spring. Then after drilling I plant the seeds with the help of my wife and dog. Of course, next I have to use lots of water, fertiliser and hopefully with some sunshine the wheat will grow. August is my busy time because I have to harvest my crops. It is hard work but worth it. The harvest is in and the wheat has been dried. I sell my wheat to the miller to be turned into flour and he has the flour transported to the baker where it is made into pizza dough. I would really be annoyed if I discovered that some pizza crusts were going in the bin after all this effort and hard work, as well as the transport and factory costs.
Yes, food waste is indeed a waste of lots of our natural resources and a threat to our environment, as we have just seen. However, there are additional problems with wasting food. Now, over to our economics correspondent, who who will look at the cost of food waste.
According to Food Waste Scotland, reducing the amount of food we throw away does not help the environment. It saves us money. Would you believe that the overall cost of food wasted each year in households in the UK is a staggering £19 billion? That's an average of £50 per family per month. What would you do with an extra £50 each month? Holidays, treats, days out, new sports equipment, clothes, charity.
Those are staggering figures. Just imagine the savings if we all pledge not to waste food. But there is an additional moral consideration to be taken when we think about food waste. Our world correspondent will tell you more.
Despite all the food going to waste, it is shocking to discover that close to 1 billion people in the world go to bed hungry every night. Many of the people who are hungry live in developing countries and they don't have enough food due to poverty, war, failed crops or natural disasters. Marcus Rashford of Manchester United came from a family in the UK that did not have enough food. After he gained success as a footballer, Marcus Rashford campaigned against child food poverty. As a result of his campaign, free school meals are now provided for those who need it. It is a fact that there is more than enough food produced in the world to feed everyone. We need to reduce the amount of food that we waste so that more food is available for those that are hungry. There is enough food on this planet for everyone's needs, but not for everyone's greed.
So, we have seen how food waste is bad for our planet, costs us money, is not fair.
These are worrying facts and figures, but the good news is that we are beginning to reduce the amount of food we waste. In fact, we have recently reduced the amount of food waste around 13%, which is over 1 million tonnes. This amount of food would fill Murrayfield Stadium. Over to our experts who will tell us how we can stop wasting food and help to save our planet and money.
There are a number of food organisations and food banks working to save, distribute surplus food to those who need it. In Gallisons we have a cafe recharge who work with stores to put food in good use. It means that those in need can take food that would be otherwise have been wasted. It may be out of date or past its best, but it is perfectly safe to eat. Why not visit Cafe Recharge for sustainable hot chocolate and delicious cake?
Here are some top tips to help us do our bits by reducing, reusing and recycling. They include shopping savvy and loving our leftovers, in the kitchen with leftovers to make the most of excess ingredients. Number 1, plan. Know what meals you're having each week and how you will use everything up. Number 2, check. Look in your cupboards and shelves before going shopping. Number 3, labels. The use by date is important as it is about food safety, but the best before date is just an indication of when food is at its absolute best in terms of quality. Number 4, portion. Only take what you can eat. You can always go for more after. Number 5, store. Putting food in the right places to keep it fresher for longer. Number 6, wrap. Protecting food in the right places to keep it fresher for longer. Number 7, use up. Turn food into other tasty meals. Number 8, freeze. Freeze things we want to save for another day.
Let's speak to our gardening expert about what we can do with our leftover skins and cores.
Home composting is a great way to stop uncooked kitchen waste ending up in landfill, and your garden will benefit at the same time. What we need to do is put our apple cores, orange peels and banana peels in a compost bin. Over time this will make a compost that can be used to help us grow delicious fruit and vegetables in our polytunnel. Watch out for our fruit and vegetables composting bins in a playground near you soon.
We hope we have persuaded you. Don't waste food to help our planet. Don't waste food to save money. Don't waste food so that there is enough for everybody. Over to you.
In your class there should be a pack lunch challenge. Using the information we have given you to you in our assembly, we would like you to design a waste-free lunchbox. Think about reusable containers and eco-friendly wrappings, and the right amount of food. Can leftovers be composted? The entries will be judged by Amy at Cafe Recharge, and there will be a prize for the best entry. Closing date is Friday 28th of January. Good luck.
That is all from our newsroom team today. Bye from me and the P56 newsroom team.
Thank you for listening to and watching our assembly. We hope you have enjoyed it.